Thanks for tuning in to the 6Three podcast. I'm your host, Joel, my co-host, Ben. We are up to the 1995 MLB draft, but before we do that, I wanted to show a work from the 1990 draft. The first one we did, I made a little slideshow based on our picks that kind of summarized the talent of some of these guys. So first things first, Chipper Jones was the first. It shows he was selected first overall that year. These were his career numbers. Then I have Bobby Abreu, number 2. And I've got Mariano Rivera, 3rd, which feels weird because he's one of the greatest of all time at his position, but he's still 3rd. Maybe.
He's a one-inning guy. That's why.
Yeah. 4th, I have Mike Mussina.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that adds up. Andy Pettitte, 5th. Selected 594th overall that year. Ray Durham, I have 6th. Selected 132nd. Look at that White Sox uni.
It's a good one.
Then I've got Brett Boone at 7.
Yep.
Troy Percival at 8.
Troy Percival.
Jorge Posada, 9. Garrett Anderson at 10. I think he goes underappreciated. Look at those numbers. That's almost 300 career batting average, almost 300 homers.
I mean, he's
over 2,500 hits
shy. That's a lot of hits.
Those are good numbers in almost every category.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just did the remaining. So we have Tony Clark there at 11, Benitez, all the way down to the 40 at Tony Graffinino, class of 1990. So I just thought that would be fun to do real quick, and I'll probably keep doing that with the rest of the ones that we've done once they're done. But yeah, we can start with 1995, and with that, I get to pick first on this one, and Ben will pick first for linebackers this week. I am gonna go with Carlos Beltran. First over.
My pick.
279 career hitter, 435 home runs, just under 1,600 RBIs, over 300 stolen bases, over 2,700 hits. He was a Rookie of the Year, 9-time All-Star, 3 Gold Gloves, 2 Silver Sluggers, and over a 70 WAR. He was 9th in the power speed number as well.
Yeah. All right, good call. If you didn't take him, I was. So, I will go with Todd Helton here.
That's the next best option. That was the only other guy I was really considering there.
61.8 WAR, 2,519 hits, 369 homers, hit 316. Led the league in hits and doubles and RBIs in 2000. Yeah, I mean, multiple 40 home run seasons. Was pretty much would be considered one of the best, if not the best Rocky of all time. He deserves to be there. Played for a long time, only with Colorado too. So
yeah, that's pretty cool too. Yeah, and to top it all off, he started ahead of Peyton Manning at Tennessee back in 95 and 96.
He did, which is cool.
Yeah, a little fun factorine. All right, next here, I think. You should go either or here. I've got to load up in position players while I still got them. Give me Mike Lowell. Again, just like Carlos Beltran, 279 career hitter, 223 home runs, 952 RBIs, over 1,600 hits, 4 All-Star games, 1 Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, a World Series MVP, and a 25 WAR. You're gonna find out this week that 1995 was not loaded with position players, so that's why maybe there's a lot of pitchers that would be better than Mike Lowell, but
no doubt.
Can wait. We can afford to wait probably on several.
I will go with, I don't know. I'm gonna do this based off of purely flexibility. I want to take Mark Bellhorn here.
That's a really good pick. And he probably has to play shortstop because there's really no one.
More than likely going to play shortstop. But we'll see. But probably shortstop.
That's a good pick.
I know his WAR was only 8 and wasn't that good, but I'm thinking just purely because of what is left in this draft. He only hit 230, but played for 10 years, played all kinds of different positions, was solid. Yeah. He did lead the league in strikeouts in 04, which wasn't great. Won the World Series that year with the Red Sox, though. So,
but yeah, played all the infield positions. So
yep. So I just need to take him purely for flexibility in the infield.
Right. That's a good asterisk to put next to that pick.
Yeah.
All right, I will take Darren Erstad.
Yep. I thought about him.
Yeah, I think I'm going to probably put him at one of the corner outfield spots. 282 career hitter, 124 homers, 700 RBIs, 180 stolen bases, 1,700 hits, 2 All-Stars, 3 Gold Gloves, Silver Slugger, and a 32.5 WAR.
Okay. I'm going to take Sean Casey.
That was my next pick. I was wondering if
put him in one of the corner outfielders. 3-time All-Star, 16.5 WAR, hit 130 homers, hit 302 in his career, which is pretty solid. Left-handed stick. Plays first base and corner outfield, but I'll definitely put him in one of the outfield spots, probably left field.
Yeah, okay, left field. All right, I'll clarify
More than
that.
likely, we'll see though.
All right. Yeah, this is not super great for hitters. I guess just give me Roy Halladay then.
All right.
I'll give Doc a shot. 416 in games, 390 of them were started, 203 career wins. He had a save, a 3.38 ERA, over 2,100 strikeouts. He's a Hall of Famer. May he rest in peace. There was 2 Cy Young awards to go to him, 8 All-Star games, and a 64 WAR.
Okay. Okay. Give me Kerry Wood.
That's probably the next best starting pitcher. Yeah.
Mostly because I need strikeouts with this team I'm about to put on the field. Rookie of the year, 2-time All-Star, 86 and 75, 3.67 ERA. Bunch of strikeouts, good amount of walks as well, but a bunch of strikeouts. 03 was his best year. He had 266 Ks. He led the league. He also led the league in batters hit that year. And he led the league in batters hit in 2002. Threw very, very hard.
Yes.
And he had the 20 strikeout game, which is what he'll probably mostly be remembered for. So, yeah. Mostly with the Cubs.
Yep, mostly with the Cubs. Yep. Right. I think there's only 2 more position players with 1,000 hits. And it's 1,000 plus hits. I think that's pretty crazy.
Yep, probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
From what I typed out on some of these numbers. All right, so I'm going to go with Randy Wynn to complete my. Well, no, I probably will move Darren Erstad to first base now. Randy Wynn, I will take here. 284 career hitter, 110 homers, 662 RBIs, 215 stolen bases, over 1,750 hits. Got an All-Star game and a 27.5 WAR. He's actually exactly 1,000th place in career WAR of all baseball players. Exactly 1,000th.
Wow. All right.
Fun fact.
Check something real quick. Just got to compare these two. I don't want to take this guy really well, I'll be honest. But I'll take him. I'm going to take. I'll take Gabe Kapler. Why not?
Ooh, team manager.
Yep. Right. I'm going to get the manager as well as the player here. Overall, pretty good player as far as from just a platoon standpoint. Had some years where he was definitely the number one overall, or the number one outfielder. Early on, he was with Detroit, then went to Texas, and then Boston. Let's see.
Now with the Giants.
Yep. Hit 268, on base 330 or 329. 82 homers.
800 hits about.
Yeah, had a couple of hit years where he stole a couple, 23 bags in 01 when he was younger. overall decent player. Nothing amazing about him.
Right field or center?
Probably right field right now, but we
Yeah,
could
we'll
move
see how it
that.
plays
We
out.
could change that.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna fill out my outfield. Then he's gonna have to play left. So I'm gonna win it right. Beltran in center. I'm gonna put Jeff Jenkins in left. 275 career hitter, 221 home runs, 733 RBIs, 32 stolen bases, 1,300 career hits, an All-Star game, and a 22 WAR.
Okay. I'll take Michael Barrett.
That's the best catcher available.
Likely my catcher, probably.
Maybe third base, I guess.
Consider him at third base, but it depends on how this shakes out. If he's the only third baseman left, then he might end up there.
Some of these catchers are pretty cheeks, dude. So he might be your best.
I remember Ben Davis pretty well, but yeah, Michael Barrett. I remember him for punching AJ Pierzynski in the face.
Oh yeah.
After AJ ran him over, so that was fun. But overall, pretty solid player.
I didn't like Ben Davis's numbers. Only 38 career homers.
Yeah, no, he was bad, but I remember him.
But a lot of these are. I mean, it's either Jason LaRue, Brian Schneider, or Ben Davis. Technically, Craig Wilson, I think, can play that spot too.
Yep.
So
yep. No doubt.
He's someone I'm considering, but he's only got 527 career hits, so that's also not super impressive. Let's see. I think I'm going to take Joe Nathan.
Yep, I was going to take him next if you didn't.
So 787 games, 29 of them he actually started. He's very well largely known as a closer because he had almost 400 career saves, 64 wins, a 2.87 ERA, just shy of 1,000 strikeouts for largely a relief pitcher. It's crazy. 6 All-Star games and 27 WAR for someone that was a relief pitcher as well. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's really good. He was very good the entire time in his career. I'm gonna go with Francisco Cordero.
Yep, that's the other. I was going back and forth. It was the ERA that won it.
Yeah, 3.38 ERA. Did have a losing record. I don't really take that as much into account here because he's pitching in the ninth in close games most of the time. 16.9 WAR.
He actually pitched in 13 more games than Nathan did.
He did. Yep. And then had 329 career saves. Went for a run there, starting in basically 04, he had 49 saves. He was an all-star. 07, he had 44. 08, 34. 09, 39. 2010, 40.
I think he also is second or third place in consecutive saves. I know Eric Gagne's first, but
Yep. So he was very, very, very good, durable for the most part. Pitched 824 in 2/3 innings. So overall, really good, really, really good career, really good reliever. Not Hall of Fame level, but was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with another really good closer, and that's Brian Fuentes.
Yep.
650 games pitched, 26 wins, 204 saves, 3.62 ERA, 639 strikeouts. He had 4 All-Star games and a 10.5 WAR.
Yep. Fuentes is good. Yeah, there's gotta be a couple. I'll go with Ryan Friel here, another guy I'm taking purely for flexibility's sake.
Yeah.
Wasn't great, but was an overall pretty decent player. Only played 8 years, 8.8 WAR, 22 homers, hit 268, 532 hits, but he could play 3 different positions. So
yeah, you'll probably use him at second or third. Maybe you might put him at center, I guess. We'll move stuff around. We'll get it figured out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good pick. You got a lot of I feel like I'm gonna be very top heavy. I've got like 5 hitters I love, and I think I'm gonna really hate these last.
Well, any hitter you take now is gonna be
yeah.
For the most part.
I gotta think who I want next year. Yeah, this is I think based on numbers. No, I'll take let me figure this out. No, I can't. He has to be reserved at that point. No, I might DH him. I'm gonna take Craig Monroe. 252 hitter in his career, 115 homers, 433 RBIs, 678 hits and just shy of a 4 WAR. Pretty much he only started maybe 2 or 3 seasons with just the Pirates, I think 1 year, and the Tigers for 2 years. And that he was kind of like a platoon outfielder, but I've already got a full outfield, so one of those guys is DHing.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Do I take a starter? Let me check one thing here.
I mean, chances are how good these starters are. I'm putting some of these in the bullpen in the lineup.
Just checking something real quick.
Why did they pull Scooble after 5 innings?
Trading him.
Yeah, that's the only thing. He's only at 75 pitches.
Trading him. I'm gonna take Bronson Arroyo here. Big reason is he actually sort of became was a reliever early too. So I can use him as a reliever. 23.4 WAR, won a World Series, won a Gold Glove, 148 and 137. Was kind of just a funky right-hander. Had a bunch of breaking stuff, but had some very good seasons, even late in his career with Cincinnati. So we'll take Bronson Arroyo there. Durable. He started. He led the league in starts multiple times. So
good one. I'm going to take AJ Burnett. 430 started games, 164 wins. He had a sub-4 ERA, over 2,500 career strikeouts, and nearly a 30 WAR.
Nice, like Burnett. I don't know. Look at his stats real quick. I guess I'll take Marlon Anderson.
That was my next pick.
7.3 WAR, 849 hits, 63 homers, hit 265. Overall, most of the time. I mean, he started, especially early in his career. Don't love the pick. No power. No real speed either. Hit for average a few times for sure. So decent hitter overall.
I don't know if this was strategic or not, but I will have almost certainly a player out of position.
That's why I didn't necessarily do it to like make sure you did. I made sure I'm doing it to make sure.
Yeah, I might have to just go to the 1995 draft and find a guy that maybe only did have 200 at bats. That's how bad it might have to get.
Yeah.
This is rough because I mean, outfielders, there's a good chunk of outfielders still left. But the problem is Darren Erstad played first or outfield, and I could take Doug Minkowitz as a first baseman, but then my outfield's also full, and I already have them DHing even. Well, I know for sure I can still take and put in the right place. And that's Ramon Vasquez, shortstop, 254 career hitter, 22 homers, so very little pop, but 500 hits and a 1.5 WAR. So they're probably bottom of the lineup kind of guy. Pretty valuable outfielder though. I mean infielder though, as fielder. So
Okay. Check this.
And that's where your value of Friel and Bellhorn is huge.
Yeah. Is Jose Cruz still available?
Jose Cruz Jr. is still available, yeah.
Yep. So I'm taking Jose Cruz Jr. here. 19.6 WAR, 204 homers, 247 batting average, over 1,100 hits. Played in 162 games once, which is always impressive. A couple of years where he was up there in the 30s for homers. So I think add a little bit of pop to the batting lineup there.
That's good. I think I just have to, at this point, rely on pitching to keep you at 0 because I'm going to have a lot of. But if these fielders are out of position, then it's going to be awkward and they're still going to have 100 runs. This is rough. Okay, well, regardless, I think I am going to still take a really good pitcher with a 30 WAR And that's Liven Hernandez.
He also had a silver slugger.
He did. He could hit. So, maybe I DH him and we'll figure it out. So 519 games, 474 of them were started. Almost a 500 record. He was 178 and 177. He had a save, a 4.4 ERA. He had some rough seasons, but also very good seasons. Just shy of 2,000 career strikeouts, 2 All-Star games, a World Series MVP. And yeah, like I said, the 30 WAR looks good.
Sure. I'm gonna go with Ryan Dempster.
Yep, that's the other pitcher that was considered.
And he was a reliever and a starter. 18.6 WAR, 132 and 133, 4.35 ERA. A couple of times he had he had 33 saves in 05, 24 in 06, 28 in 07. He was more of a closer role. And then he was also later in his career a starter. I think overall pretty solid pitcher. Reliable, pitched until he was 36, pitched 16 years, so could use him in a variety of different ways there.
I'm just taking my last pitcher here. It's the last player I have highlighted as someone I think is good. Still there, and that's Hideo Nomo. 318 started games, 123 and 109, 4.24 ERA, not over 1,900 strikeouts. He was a rookie of the year. It's an international signing, and then All-Star game and a 21 WAR.
How many more pitchers do I need?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay. Man, he wasn't that good. Okay, I'll just take Cliff Polite. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Let me pull up his stuff real quick.
330 games, 16 of them started.
330 games, 3.7 WAR, 4.4 ERA, won a World Series in 05. He was 7-1 that year, which is pretty good out of the bullpen with a 2 ERA. I remember that year. He was really good. Durable, typically pitched, middle relief. So we'll take him as a middle relief guy for sure.
This is where I gotta play rock, paper, scissors with about 4 catchers. And a lot of them kind of depends on what you're looking for. Because overall talent encompassing, probably really close and similar. Other than I think Ben Davis would probably be the 4th one. But I think I'm going to go with Jason LaRue.
Okay.
231 career hitter, just shy of 100 homers, 350 RBIs, 628 hits, and a 9 WAR. And I think that's the best WAR of the catchers available here. Not that that was the end all be all, but
okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go with Craig Wilson.
There you go.
Another flexible player. 3.5 WAR, which isn't great.
Is he a reserve outfielder, reserve catcher, or DH?
We'll see. We'll see how it ends up. But he can do any of those. 99 homers, hit 262, over 500 hits. Only played 7 years, so had 29 homers in 04 with the Pirates. So had a good year that year. So yeah, pretty good. Not great, but decent.
Yeah, I've got to pull up and see if any of these players have even played at least a couple other positions. I might have to move some dudes around.
Yeah.
Even if they have like a couple in another spot, that'd be huge. All right, so Darren Erstad is useless in the infield. He only played a bunch of first base.
He's left-handed, so that's not going to work.
And he played, that's a good point. Yeah, he played a lot of outfield. And DH. Okay, so that's not an option here. Let's check out Mike Lowell. Did he only play third base? He has 8. He has 43 career games at first base and 9 at second base.
There you go.
And then all
second base.
and just about 1,500 games at third. So okay.
He's
I do need
probably-
second base. I do need second base. So I think I probably will have to move Mike Lowell to second. And it looks like Doug Menkowitz played 74 games at third base.
There you go.
So I'm going to have to take Doug Menkowitz in an unfamiliar spot for him for the most part, but I don't really have a lot of options.
Nope.
So Mike Lowell moved to second, also in an unfamiliar spot with his 9 career games there, but in a tight spot, he was a reliable fielder, so he could probably figure it out.
I'm gonna take Justin Spire.
All right.
7.7 WAR, 4.11 ERA, middle relief guy, pitched for 12 years. Overall decent. Again, solid, nothing crazy.
Okay. I think as my reserve outfielder, since I'm probably having Craig Monroe DH, I will go with man, who do I like here between these? I think David DeLucci, 256 career hitter, over 100 home runs, 400 RBIs, 41 stolen bases, 736 hits, and a 2.5 WAR.
Yeah, I think that's all the outfielders too.
Hang on. Yeah, you said Kapler. That would be all of them. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, like you said, some of these guys are a little flexible.
Yep.
We may not do all those guys. You may just have to take a reserve infielder or take an extra run 3 catchers. You can run 3 catchers. Who cares?
Good. I need one more pitcher, correct?
Plus, Craig Wilson could play a reserve outfield. You need one more pitcher. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Take Pedro Feliciano.
Yeah, boy.
0.7 WAR, 22 and 21, 3.33 ERA. He died.
Did he?
Yeah, looks like
Okay.
he died in 2021. He had a rare genetic heart condition. So rest in peace. We both have pitchers who died.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we do. Mine was a little more publicized.
Yours was a little more like,
Helicopters, a big deal.
A little more reckless.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
also on the cover of MLB The Show once, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty good starters I got left here. Like I like Russ Ortiz and Rodrigo
too.
Lopez. Rodrigo Lopez wasn't too shabby.
Yep.
Matt Morris had some good years. Jarrod Washburn had some good years.
Yep.
So yeah, there's still some pitchers out there, but let me see who I got to take left. I'm gonna have to take another catcher here. So I think my next catcher, I'm gonna go with Brian Schneider, 247 career hitter, 67 homers, just shy of 400 RBIs, 781 hits, and just shy of a 7 WAR.
All right. I'll take. That's all I'm saying.
Ben Davis.
Yep. I gotta take a backup catcher here.
All right. And then who are the other players still?
I guess I
here?
could have like Craig Wilson as the backup cat, but yeah, I'll take Ben Davis. There's not a whole lot left there.
I think we literally probably do have to cut it. Maybe we take one extra pitcher just to fill in the box score. Brett Tomko's still out there.
Stinks.
Yeah, he's probably the worst starting pitcher out of it. Like I said, that's not a bad last place pitcher in this class. So
No.
there's been worse pitchers in even other classes. He would have probably been drafted in almost any other year.
Yep.
Yep. So I think my next guy here is going to be. Yeah, I'll go with Matt Morris. 307 games, 276 started, 121 wins, even 4 saves. a sub-4 ERA, over 1,200 strikeouts, 2 All-Star games, and a 20.5 WAR. And he could be my reserve infielder.
There you go. If he's playing infield, feel pretty good about my chances. I'll go with Rodrigo Lopez, 6.7 WAR, 81, 89. He had a good curveball. That's all I really remember about him. Pitched 11 years. Led the league in losses twice, so that's good. But had a couple RA seasons with Baltimore.
No complaining. I've got a baseball card of his.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna quick save this one, and then we'll run right back real quick for linebackers.
Yep.
All right, see you in a bit.